Hello, this is Calvin, Grandma's sweet potato pie recipe. First, I'm making only 2 pies. So I have 4 sweet potatoes that's not that big. I prefer the ones not that big. I'm using this butter, which would be a stick and a half. White milk, whole milk, sweet milk, 1 egg for this pie, nutmeg, cinnamon, pure vanilla extract, and sugar and flour. I usually get this pie crush, but you can get any. It can be a cheaper brand. I always get the regular. I don't prefer the deep. You can get the deep, but I prefer the regular. It's not that deep. And first thing, I'll start off by cleaning the sweet potatoes, cutting them up, and put them into a pot and boiling them. And we'll be right back. The potatoes are peeled, and now I'll cut them and put them in the pot, and we'll be right back. This is how it looks after the potatoes are cut, and now I'll let it boil, and I'll let you know how long to boil the potatoes and what to do to make sure that they're cooked to make your pie taste right. We'll be right back. The next step, while you're boiling the potatoes, make sure that they soft enough. So I just stick a fork in, and if I feel it's going through easily, that means that it's done. So I'll give you roughly 45 minutes to boil these potatoes. All right, and we'll be right back. Oh, next step. I'm gonna drain all the water out and smash the potatoes, and I'll show you what I do next. Make sure you mash the potatoes very well, okay? So you don't want to be eating no big pieces inside the pie. So once you do that, I know it's clogging up on us here. Let's see if I can clean this. Okay, it should look like that. The next thing I'll do, hold on. The next thing is to add the butter. So I have 1.5 sticks of butter. Remember, I'm making 2 pies. So what I do, I put the butter in because the potatoes are still hot, so it would melt the butter. Now, you can put the butter inside of a container and put it in the microwave and melt the butter and pour it in. But right now, since the potatoes are hot, they'll melt both of them. The butter's being melted from the heat from the potatoes. So, yeah, you have options. Okay? So we'll be right back. The next thing I will do is add the egg. Now, if you're making more pies, you may want to put 2 eggs. But I'm using 1 because I'm only making 2 pies. So that's the egg, and I'm going to mash that around, and we'll be right back. Now I'll add a teaspoon of flavor. And you can probably add like a teaspoon more. I'll know once I give it a taste later. Okay? So we'll be right back. I'll also add a teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, and I smash that around and mix it real good. Now, for the nutmeg, I don't put that much. You can watch me sprinkle this in there. That's enough right there. You put too much and you'll find yourself with burn. Okay, so I don't like heartburn from eating a sweet potato pie. All right, so we'll go to the next step with the ingredients right in a minute. I added the sugar. I added a cup of sugar, or a little bit less, but I actually added a cup, and I probably should have put a little bit less. It might be too sweet, but it just might be just right. Okay, so you can add, I'm making 2 pies now, a cup of sugar. It's already, and I blended in already. Before I continue with the ingredients, I have the 2 pie shells, and what I do, I pre-cook the pie shells so the pie shells don't be gooey and your pie is done. So you place it, I got the oven set at 350, and I'll keep checking it, and I'll let you know how long it took for these pie shells, because usually I do more than 2 pies to be ready to put the pie into the shells. Next, I add a cup of flour in a bowl, and I take this and I pour my milk into a bowl and I mix it together. And then once I mix it together, I pour it in the pot with the mashed sweet potatoes. Now, my grandmother didn't say do it this way. She poured the milk into the mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, and she stirred it. And then she put the flour. But I noticed that the flour sometimes had bubbles and it was hard to get out. So I started doing it this way. I'll mix this and then pour it in there and mix it. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, this is what this looked like. Okay, so I take this and I pour this in here. Okay, we'll be right back. Now, what I do next, I taste the pie with all the ingredients in there. I taste it, and if it tastes like how you want your pie to taste, you know you got it right. So this one is right. I don't need to change anything. Everything I did made the pie taste excellent so far. We'll know after we bring the whole pie out. But right now it's great. So it's nothing need to be changed. Now the pie shells have been in here for 25 minutes. You have to look at it. Don't let the pie shells overcook, or your pie shells gonna be very well done and burnt with the pie perfect. So make sure you take them out when you see them look like this, okay? Now you add the pie, the mash, your ingredients, everything in there tasting perfect, and nothing needed to be added or taken away. That's a great thing. So you add this inside the shell, and our next step is to bake the pie for about 45 minutes. Check it, make sure it's a little brown on the top of the pie. You don't want the crust to be black, nothing like that. Okay, so what we're doing is adding it in the shell. I'll be right back. Let me put this in the shell and put it back in the oven. Okay, the pies are in the oven. This oven is set at 350. We're gonna leave the pies in for about 45 minutes. The top should have a little brown on it. You don't want the crust to overcook, so pay attention. And the next time you see these pies, they'll be finished and ready to eat. All right, these are the 2 pies, freshly baked. I did bake the pies 10 minutes more, which made it 55 minutes instead of 45. But keep checking the pie to make sure the shell is not burning. You don't want burned shells. But this pie is perfect. I can't wait to eat it. It's hot, or you can put it in the refrigerator, or you can leave it out for room temperature. I like to say thank you. This is my grandma Hermie'S recipe. She gave it to me, and I'm giving it to you.